This is perimeters of composite figures. A composite figure is a figure made up of triangles, squares, rectangles, semicircles, any other two-dimensional figure. An example of a composite figure would be something like this. This shape is made up of a square piece and a triangular piece. Or a shape like this guy, which is made up of a rectangular piece and a semicircle piece. Here we're being asked to estimate the perimeter of this arrow shape using the grid paper that it is printed on. So in this case, the first thing I would do is I would find the sides that I can count that are straight. So I'm going to ignore these diagonal sides at first, and I'm going to count the straight sides. So going around here, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it looks like 20 of those sides, and they're each worth 1 centimeter or 1 unit here. So we're going to say that's worth 20. And now I have to count these diagonal sides. Now the diagonals are a little bit longer, so I probably want to estimate a bit more than 1. Maybe I'll estimate about 1.5. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 of those. So 8 of those times about 1.5, I get about 12. So in total here, if I add this up, 20 and 12 is going to give us a perimeter of roughly 32 units. Now let's try to find a perimeter for this semicircle and triangular shape. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the perimeter of the triangular portion. So when I'm looking at the triangular portion, I'm not going to count all 3 sides just because it's a triangle. The perimeter is only the outside sides of a shape. So the only 2 sides of a triangle that form outer edges of this shape are the 8-foot and the 6-foot side. So the triangular portion would be 8 plus 6 or 14 feet. I'm also going to find the perimeter of the circular portion here. Only a semicircle, so it's only really half of a circle, but that's the part that's right here. So to find the circumference of that piece, I'm going to do pi times my diameter of 10, but cut it in half because I only want a semicircular portion. So that's going to be worth roughly, and I'm going to round it to the nearest tenth, approximately 15.7 feet. So to get my total perimeter, what I now need to do is take the 14 feet from my triangular portion and the 15.7 from my circular portion and add those guys together to get a grand total of 29.7 feet for this composite figure's perimeter. Let's say we're trying to find the perimeter of this running track, and we know it's made up of a rectangular middle portion and 2 semicircles on each end. We need to find the perimeter. So the first thing I'm going to do is find the perimeter of just the rectangular portion. And it's not all the sides of the rectangle, it's just the outside edges. So I've got this piece here, and I've got this piece here that are outside edges of my rectangle. And those are both 100 meters. So the rectangular portion is a total of 200 meters. Next, I'm going to focus on the circular portion. And even though I have semicircles here, I have two semicircles that are the same size. They have a radius here of 32 meters, and I've got one semicircle up here and one down here, which means I can just count it as a full circle. So I'm going to do, for my circumference, pi times 2 times 32. Because I don't have a diameter, I have a radius, I have to remember to double that radius. So I could also double it and then do pi times 64. In any case, this is going to approximately to the nearest tenth give me a total of about 201.1 meters. So the last thing I need to do to get the perimeter around this track is add up the rectangular portion of 200 with my circular portion of 201.1 for a grand total of 401.1 meters around the track.